everyone, it's Clyde at Vibrant Soap, and just finished all the cooking and stuff for the holidays, so I'm a little bit behind on the soap making, but I'm here at it again, and this time I'm going to make a soap called Smokey Purple, combining a brown with purple to give you this kind of smoky look. And I chose this smoky look because I'm dealing with this fragrance called Pipe Smoke, and it's a soft but sweet tobacco-like scent. And I was wondering if I was going to like it or not, but I really do. It's got a soft, kind of masculine scent, but people say that it's a very unisex scent at the same time. So let me show you the color tutorial and then we'll get on with the soap making. Okay, so this is heading into Clyde territory because it's just my personal way of explaining combining browns with just about any color you want to. But let me start by explaining why brown I think can go with anything with the use of red. So red can be easily paired with orange, because they are analogous colors, and analogous colors can be paired with each other almost without fail, because each color has at least one of the colors in it. For example, red has red in it, of course, but orange also has red in it. Red and yellow make orange. So because they share that common color, they're somewhat compatible. Just like green and yellow. Also because there's of course yellow in yellow, but yellow is also in green. Okay, so how do you make a brown? We've been talking about brown on the color wheel for quite a while, and brown can be made up of just about any complementary color pairing. For example, red plus its complement, which is across the color wheel from it, a green. So they look bright on their own, but if they're mixed together, they brown each other out, we say. So this is kind of a brown that you can get from that, and there's different types of browns. There are warmer browns and cooler browns, depending on what complementary colors you mix together to get that brown. So my explanation of why brown can go with anything, and today I'm talking about a smoky brown for this particular color. I like the way that it looks together. And with makeup artists, they talk about smoky this and smoky that. Well, it's basically combining browns and darker tones with another color. So what I did to show you something about what's going on here is that every color can basically be found in brown, because let's say you mix the yellow with its complement of purple, you get a brown. Well, in those two colors is yellow, and then there's also in purple red and blue. So there's a lot of colors that make up that brown. Since they muddy each other down, you can almost think of brown as the color you get as a result of mixing too many colors together. So for that reason, I feel like you can add any single color to brown and get a nice color combination. So that's the theory I'm going on. But notice that in this brown and purple, they're both dark value colors, and I don't want many of my soaps to be on a darker side. This one is going to be on the darker side because so much of the soap is brown and purple, but I am going to use a little bit of white. So imagine the strip between the purple and the brown being a bright white, just to add a little bit of highlight to the whole color scheme. So that's what you're going to see me do in this soap, and that's the color tutorial for now. Let's get on with the soap making. Okay, I'm going to speed you up through all the blending part, and we'll get right to the colors this time. Okay, so here's my brown, and it's made of cocoa powder, antique silver mica, and a little bit of red oxide. There's a particular brown that I really wanted for that. Let's see if that works out. So this is a tobacco sweet scent that I think will appeal to the guys. I'm gonna have a little bit of white. Just a little. The idea is to get a smoky look to it with white, purple, and brown. So here's my white already in here. Here's my fragrance oil. I'll get my purple mica in there. 2 different kinds of purple. I made quite a bit of that because this time the purple is the base. Wow, isn't that great? That's the purple I was looking for. And that's a mix of Purple Vibrance and Wisteria Purple. And both of those are from Nurture Soap. Here's my brown. I also put a bit of titanium dioxide in there because I wanted the brown a little lighter. If it was darker, I think it would get lost in the dark purple. Here's my little bit of white. And those are my colors. We'll see how this works out. The purple and brown are going to be part of In the Pot Swirl. Oh good, I've never used this fragrance before. And this fragrance is from Rustic Escentuals. And looks like it's really behaving. I don't want it really watery. Sort of like a thin trace there. I think it's going to be fine. I want it to be liquid enough to be a little wispy though. And here's my brown. Give that a little stir too. That's the idea to get a smoky purple. Although it's just in the mix. Nice cocoa fragrance coming up from there, but that's not gonna really last. And let's get that in there. Beautiful swirl going on there. Keep some for the top. And then the white is just going to be a thin drop pour to look smoky. Looks good. And just I want them to be a little bit twisty, like smoke rising. And let me get the rest of my, or some of my purple in there. I'll get the rest of the brown in there. It's the first time I think that I have intentionally put brown in a soap that didn't occur with vanillin browning the soap. So I am doing this not so much to disguise the vanilla browning or work with the vanilla browning. I'm doing this as a design element all on its own. And I didn't use any pastels in this one because it's mainly a guy's scent, I think, but I've heard that women like it too. So anyone can like anything. And it does smell great. okay. Yes, it does smell great. I'm gonna swirl that a little bit again for that smoky kind of wispy look, so I'm going to do circular patterns with that. And then at the very end I have some Merlot salt. They're kind of coarse salt just for the top, but the color I think will work out perfectly for that. It's the color of it, if you can see that. It's a magenta purple. And no glitter on this one. And that went really quickly. So this is my Smoke Pipe Purple soap. And we'll see what it looks like cut. I forgot to mention that I used Rustic Escentuals Pipe Smoke fragrance for this one. And surprisingly, it's a great soft, smoky, tobacco type scent. And I figured that since it's more of a male fragrance, I toned the soap a little differently. So this is smoky purple. So it's combined with some brown, white, and purple. Decidedly a bit less bright than my other soaps, but I like a difference in the soap. And there's some Merlot salt on top of that as a soap garnish. There's some of the white showing through now. I wanted it really liquid so that it looks really smoky, like wisps of smoke. And this has been curing for about 3 days, just because I got a little busy as the holidays approach. Been baking again, which I love to do because I love to eat it. Made some baklava. That disappears quickly. So that's smoky-like. That's really what I wanted. If I didn't have that white in there, it would have been a bit dark. So I think the white brightens it up a little. That's a cool one. What are they doing there? Looks like a comic strip. Like someone's chasing somebody. I know a lot of you have commented in the past when I show the pictures at the end that you've seen images in the soap. And I always go looking for them if you see that. Couple more cuts. And the brown is just enough to make what would otherwise be just a flat surface of purple. Makes it a little more interesting and brings in the idea of tobacco and pipe smoke. This is my last cut. Hope you'll tune into my Instagram. I'm taking a lot of pictures that are not really soap, but again show some of the inspiration that I take in and gives me ideas for future soap or future paintings. And then this is the smaller end piece that I'm going to cut up into samples. Look at that. Alright, so thanks for watching, and stay warm everybody and safe, and we'll see you real soon. I've got another soap made, so I just have to cut that and make the videos for everything. It's that editing that takes a long time, but I'm happy to do it. See you later, everybody. Bye.